More and more, Southern California is attracting the attention of fans and sportsmen alike. Tonight, we've got two boys here tonight from down in the newspapers from the United Associated Press. Bob Myers is here covering, and Dan Hafner of the Los Angeles Times. And I haven't been able to pick out. There are two more boys down here. I haven't got their names. But the Japanese press is here with their photograph equipment to cover the main event, which will come up in just a moment, between Freddie Blassie and Rikidozan. This is a match that is to attract international attention, and week after week, the crowds are bigger, the wrestling is greater at the Olympic Auditorium. Make your plans to be here with us, but phone for reservations, Richmond 95171. We'll be right into the main event after this brief interruption here. We're back here again, and the contestants for the main event are in the ring. In the far left-hand corner up there is Rikidozan, the All-Asia champion, along with Togo, who interprets for him. And in the near right-hand corner, the champion, Freddie Blassie, along with Tiger Nelson. He's all in green. The champion is green velvet, green shoes, blonde hair. Here's Jimmy Lennon.
Ladies and gentlemen, right into the match in just a moment, but we remind you every Monday night at Pasadena, wrestling, 7 big matches there next Monday night. But April the 9th, a week from Monday night, will be the return of Edouard Carpentier. First time, his first appearance since leaving California. Call Richmond 95171 for information and reservations. That's the same number to call when you want tickets for boxing or wrestling here at the Olympic Auditorium. This Friday night, a big one at the Sports Arena. It'll be the ageless wonder of boxing, light heavyweight champion Archie Moore, meeting the third-ranked heavyweight, the giant South American Alejandro Lavarante, boxing Friday night at the Sports Arena. Richmond 95171, the number to call for the big show here on next Wednesday night. Beginning at 7:30, a tag team match for the title. It'll be La Pantera teamed up with Count Billy Varga. And the challenging duo will be two former champions, Enrique Torres and the smiling cowboy Dick Hutton. Big things at the Olympic, Richmond 95171. Ladies and gentlemen, at the Olympic tonight, we welcome the Boys Club of Bell Gardens. Boys Club of Bell Gardens. All right, wrestling fans, here we go. 2 out of 3 falls. This is a championship match. The title, the belt, and the trophy is at stake. Introducing tonight on my right, in the role of a challenger, a great champion from the Orient, out of Tokyo in Japan at 239 pounds, the All-Asian champion, Rikidozan. Ladies and gentlemen, on my left, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 233 pounds, the world's heavyweight wrestling champion, Freddie Blassie. Referee Johnny Red Shoes Dugan, here we go.
Out at the center of the ring now, the referee is Red Shoes Dugan. This is a championship match. The belt is at stake, the title. And more than that, the remuneration, the money that goes with the championship. Mr. Blassie has become very wealthy in the time he has had the championship. The belt is consigned without the tabs belonging to the 11 previous holders of that belt. The only name on that belt is Freddie Blassie. Rikidozan offers a handshake. There's no handshake from Blassie. There's the bell, and we move into the main event for the World Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. Blassie tried a karate immediately. And again, he tries it straight into the neck. But he caught the chin. Got a little inept at it. In the hair, Blassie takes Rikidozan to the rope and punches under the left ear. Blassie choking straight in. 4 is the count, and he breaks. Johnny Red Shoes Dugan, the third man. Dozan asking for permission to use his hands, his fists. He uses it against Blassie. Goes to the head, rolling front face lock now. Rushes up for a press. 1, 2, and he's caught. And a knee lift into the top of Blassie's head as quick as a flash. Here's a man, 239-pounder, Rikidozan of Tokyo, Japan. Probably the most loved wrestler in Japan. He's proficient in 3 types of wrestling acceptable and popular in Japan: sumo, judo karate, and catch-as-catch-can. The hair, Blassie takes him down from the forward quarter Nelson. And again to the hair, Blassie picks him off balance. Dozan, Rikidozan, his full name, Rikidozan, R-I-K-I-D-O-Z-A-N, Rikidozan, that's one name. Blassie punches again under that left ear. He's judo chops, and again. You see that hand he's shown us many times? The count is interfered with. It goes back to 2 again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and he's in. That one judo chop went off the ear and hit the shoulder. His hand is like, that judo chop that Dozan uses is like hit with a piece of pipe. Listen to this crowd. The rules in Japan, you know, when a man is down, you step away from him until he gets up. You see Rikidozan walking away when his man is on his knees. Boy, what a chop this man has got. He hit him on top of the shoulder with that judo chop. This is one of the rules of Japan. You step away from a man when he is down or in trouble. You don't follow it up. You give him a sporting chance, and Blassie's taking advantage of it. Kicks to the middle. Kicks into the groin. A very low kick. Edouard Carpentier returns to the Southland. The man from whom Blassie took the title will arrive here April 9th, 1 week from coming Monday night. Blassie in the head, gouging at the face, ripping at the nose. He lets a yell out of him like a Geronimo, you know, when he grabs a hold. Dozan up, jumps and drops him. And again an undercracker. Into the ropes he goes. He fell forward. The fans don't understand that Rikidozan is following the rules of Japanese wrestling. When a man is down, you don't touch him unless you take him down to the hold. They're under the ropes. Blassie in bright Kelly green, shoes, trunks, and jacket. And got low punches in and into the neck. Rikidozan plays the gentleman against this fellow. He's going to be awful sorry. Hard one into the kidney. At the nose again with the right hand. Dozan's eyes are watering. A quick tackle. And again. Seven, 8, 9, and he's on his knees. And again, Dozan plays the gentleman. He won't go in. Now he's on his feet. He throws a judo chop, an undercut. Blassie again is out on the apron. He's in at the count of 6. Another one. Blassie would like to have an hour out on that apron just now. Dugan counting for him. He fell off. Out into the aisle. That'll be all for the fall. The Japanese press taking pictures down there. Boys from Japan covering for the Japanese newspapers. Blassie took a bad fall down there. Looks like he's got a little abrasion on his forehead there. The newsmen taking pictures all around here. I hope they don't burn in on our camera. We haven't got the time on this one from Jimmy Lennon. Time on his first fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, 7 minutes, 42 seconds. Freddie Blassie running out of the ring. An automatic fall by way of referee's decision to Rikidozan.
Back to the action now in the second fall in the main event for the World's Heavyweight Championship. Blassie the champion, Rikidozan of Tokyo, Japan, the challenger. Into the referee's hold. Blassie takes advantage against the ropes on the east side of the big championship ring. Drop the right hand, takes the judo chop to the face with the right hand for Rikidozan. Blassie off the apron onto the floor in the first fall. Boy, these fans are hostile over there. That's pretty rough territory for the champion. Referee okays the judo chops of Rikidozan. Blassie complaining about them. Blassie with a left arm side headlock now. Dozan inside, takes him off balance and hooks at the hair. And again in the hair. Blassie holds that left arm side headlock. Bingo, right at the hairline. Blassie hammering away at the head. And bites the head. He didn't touch him with his chin, he bit his head. And again. He's biting that man's head. It's open now. Man, he's bleeding. You can't say he did that with his chin. Dugan has wrestled. Bingo! Judo chop. And another one. Oh, another one to the head. Blassie again going up. looking at that. He's opened the skin on the forehead. It's not his chin. I guess you can see that from here. Judo chop is finding its mark here. Roseanne popped it for 1, for 2, and jump. 1 second from the new champion right there. Now he stopped being a gentleman. He takes him off the mat and judo chops him. Pulls into press. 1, 2. Stop. And again Blassie goes from gnawing on the head. Too well now with that left eye. Tries it again. 1, 2, and the foot is over the ropes. Gentlemen, waiting again for the man to get off his knees. Punching away at that fight. Right straight at it. Pretty difficult for Dozan to see out of that left eye. And again. Always a gentleman. When the man is down, he is... The referee says, go ahead and wrestle. Dugan's counting for him. Dugan's counting for him. He's on his feet at 8. Takes him to the judo chop and hangs in the corner. 3 is the count. 4, 5, 6. And he kicks into the groin. Dozan can't see very well with that left eye. Hands down there trying to get a hand in it. Dozan is under the ropes. Makes his feet. Chops again. Undercut to the left and takes one. Again, that judo chop dropped him. Blassie comes from nowhere. Torques out of position, goes to the top. Knee drops into the neck. 2, 3 of them. Presses 1, 2, and he's dumped. Remember, Dozan won the first fall. Hit him again, and he goes to the top for 1, for 2, and he's dumped. Blassie again, going to the head. Only 2 counts. Oh, brother. Blassie's Fighting for his championship in there now. You can see it slipping through his fingers. Rozan has just about had it. Blassie working on that left side, on that cut, opening it up even more. Rozan moving away. Doesn't see well. Ow! That one hurt me. Fighting again. Rozan's vision is about had it. He doesn't see well. When he gets up, he can't see where he is. Eyes watering. The cut still flowing. He dropped the right hand. That's no judo chop. That's an old country punch and a judo chop now. Clutch the slam. Yes, Rozan tops it for 1, 2, and he's up with the right shoulder. They're on their knees, both men very tired here. There's a headbutt from Rikidozan. They're both all in. They're really tired. Rozan is on his feet first. Undercut. Goes in for a press. Pulls up to the jackknife. 2. Only 2. Blassie working on that forward. Oh, brother. Blassie in there again. Gnawing away. Compressor, you call him. Rozan very badly hurt now. He's softened up. He's choking with the left hand in the neutral corner now. 2, 3 is the count, and Blassie backs away. Blassie's still gnawing away. Blassie keeps yelling at the referee. Ask him. Rozan isn't giving up. Rikidozan still moving. And stands his ground and grabs the right hand. Judo chop to the right. And again with his right. The throw. Again the gentleman who refuses to go in. And the man is on his knees. Rikidozan playing the Japanese gentleman. Taking a tremendous beating in there from Blassie. 2. Only 2. Rozan trying to cover up. Blassie hooking at the nose and eyes. Rozan having trouble breathing now. Having trouble seeing and breathing. Rozan complaining to the referee about the biting. Count of 4, he backs off. They're off balance in the corner. Dozan trying to clear his vision, get his breathing back. Stops and throws a judo chop, an undercut. Touches him for a slam. He's on the rope. And again, Dozan, the Japanese gentleman, refuses to go in when he's on his knees. Well, remember some of the rules we have around here. Get him while you can. Hands are clamoring for Dozan to go. Seven is the count, and he's on his feet. Dozan hits him again with that right hand. He throws the referee aside. Hits another judo chop, and judo chops back. How he stays up, I'll never know. And again he's down. And Dozan waits. Oh. Dozan has refused to give up. Ow. Only 2. Dozan reached out with a left jab and another one. And another one. Now judo chops to the face. And undercuts. He has a mania for that forward. Undercuts now. Into the ropes. Blassie stops in his tracks and he makes the ropes. He's on the ropes. Dozan beaten out of it again. Heartbroken, Dozan backs up. Stands away. He refuses to touch him while he's on his knee. Brother, he should know some of the rules we have here. Again up the head. Blassie driving right at that cut. So then, Blassie's trying to make him quit. How this man stays up, I'll never know. Gotta say tonight, Mr. Blassie can take it. Left side of his face is swollen. Four is the count, and he breaks at the curfew. Nothing is decided here. What does the referee call it? Blassie tearing the shirt off the referee. We may have a new champion. I'm not going to announce it. There it is! A new champion, Rikidozan. A brand new champion of the world. There it is.
Waiting one fall, the match and the title, Ricky.
He did not win it.
Here, a moment ago in that big ring down there, a new champion of the world was crowned. Rikidozan of Tokyo, Japan, who in taking the only fall accomplished in the match, won over the Freddie Blassie. The audience here, a tremendous crowd, stood up, gave the man a standing ovation, a roar, the kind of which he probably won't hear again for a long, long time. Probably the biggest cheer he ever heard in America. Went up for Rikidozan, who tonight took the crown, the belt, the title from the former heavyweight champion, Freddie Blassie. The new champion of the world, Rikidozan. That's the way it went here tonight.
Back here again. I've never seen such injustice in all my life. I'm going to take this up with Worldwide Wrestling Association president, and I'm going to take it up with the commission. If that isn't far enough, I'm going to see my president, my great friend, President Kennedy, because this is the dirtiest trick that's ever been pulled. They signed me up for a 2 out of 3 polo match. It's supposed to be a 2-hour time limit, not a 30-minute time limit. Don't you tell those people they're two heavyweight champions. Freddie Blassie is still a world heavyweight champion, and don't you forget that.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the new heavyweight champion of the world, Rikidozan.
Dick, here is what he came 6,000 miles for. And I want to thank you and the matchmaker, the promoter, and the fans very, very much.
The only opportunity, the only cloud I could put on your title and your glory, and of course the great thrill that it is to be declared the champion of the world, is the fact that this championship has been given to Mr. Dozan under a cloud of protest, tremendous protest, because a championship match, according to Mr. Blassie, is supposed to go for 2 full hours, and he feels that one fall does not decide a championship match and should go over the 2-hour time limit.
Well, I think Mr. Blassie was real sure of himself that he was no chance of losing this belt, but he got fooled tonight.
Well, you know, he has made a protest.
Well, he can make all kinds of protests, because first thing Mr. Dozan is going to do is take this belt and take a trip to Japan with it. Now, you know that there's over Japanese different wrestlers come from the old Japan, and this is their greatest ambition. But he was the first Japanese to come from Japan to win the championship belt. So now you can see what that really means to him.
Well, I tell you something, the fans here were thrilled, and the fans on television certainly were thrilled at the conduct of Mr. Rikidozan in the ring, because he refused to touch his man when he was on his knee. This is a Japanese gentleman's way of wrestling. He wouldn't go in and follow up the advantages that he had so many, many times during a match against Blassie.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, and I've seen it. I'm glad that you recognize that and noticed that. Now, he's one of the greatest sportsmen, and in any time...
I know he's well loved. I've been reading accounts of his accomplishments in Japan. And probably there's no greater loved sportsman in Japan than Rikidozan. Well, now he's got a great glory to take back to Japan, but before you can get out of America with that title, you're going to have to settle this protest that has already been lodged with the commission.
Well, according to the WWA, he only has to defend his title twice in a year. Now, so, before he defends it, he'll go to Japan. Then we'll give Blassie all the chance he wants.
Again, congratulations. You know what that means.
Thank you.
Thank you, yes. Arigato. Thank you very much. And Togo, thank you, sir. Well, there you have it, the new champion of the world. Rikidozan of Japan, and a very worthy champion he is. A gentleman in the ring, he displayed himself as a gentleman.